gonna play some games. What it do, y'all? I'm back. I haven't played games in like a week now. How was my holiday? I think my holiday was alright. You know, got myself a few gifts. Saw some of my family members the other day. Like, yeah, 2 days ago, Monday. So, how was my Christmas? I think it was alright. It's alright. So, got myself a cologne. I know tomorrow, Jesus, might get myself another controller. But then again, nah, that money can be used for something else. I had to figure a few things out on my own, in a sense, more or less. I know people keep on talking about supplementing your income. I know someone was talking about flipping cars. To me, flipping cars seems like a good idea, but then again, I think I know a little bit about cars, but again, I don't think it's necessarily a winnable business. It's not for me, as it's just bad. That's just my personal opinion. And honestly, just like anything, I don't think that anything that everybody's doing is necessarily a great idea. Like real estate. Real estate is good, but real estate is not also always the best investment to make because, again, some stuff is a long-term type of plan. And then we in a recession. I watch this guy. He critiques people about their spending and then their living and then the people like poverty. I find it hilarious, his approach, but he was in the same position a few years back. I watched his latest video. I think his name was Caleb something. And he has like a $250,000 net worth. And checking, he showed his overall thing with his net worth. He has like 770,000 something in assets. I don't know how it's all broken down. And then like 500,000 something. I'm getting close to that. But his net worth is like 252,000 to like 255. So he's doing real well in that aspect. Dumbass. I haven't been on Fortnite in a good minute, or just like games, because I told my uncle, I said 2K is terrible. I'm at a point where, like, again, I'm not really spending money on games no more like that. Like, again, I'm not even saying I don't even have time to play games, because I do. I'm not really interested in games like that no more. And part of the reasons why games are bad, in my opinion, now is because there's a sunk cost $70 for a game. It's overpriced. It's not necessarily a good investment unless you're streaming or you have some type of big channel or something like that, you have a brand, you're able to get like a couple copies from the viewer for a later date, you're screwed. But yeah, honestly, I didn't ask for no video games. The only thing I do have to get for sure is the PlayStation Plus. But the way how I haven't really been playing video games nowadays, I think I can pass. But since my like stuff is on file for PlayStation, they're going to charge me for that. I think there's some type of cancel auto renew, or I'm gonna go to what's it called? The CD keys, the play like the PC thing. They used to have stuff for cheap, the codes. Like, you know, an interesting thing I told somebody, like a job, like, honestly speaking, $15 an hour is not a good job. When I think about it, it is a job, but like, I don't know. Like, if you have like $1,500 a month rent or something like that, and then taxes, you're losing about half your money off rep. And then you go in with health insurance, you go with insurance. You pretty much are, and you have a wife or girlfriend or whatnot, yeah, that's not a good thing. But work is work, I guess. But realize if you work at a place to a certain extent, like, you know, half the stuff you're basically packing up. After a paycheck, how many hours you work, you basically still can even afford half the items that you're really packaging and shipping. If someone says capitalism bad, I think capitalism teaches its own. Not necessarily anti-capitalism, but I don't know. Every system in place can't be perfect, so I'm not going to go and be philosophical on that. But soon after to ask what I think about games again. Honestly speaking, I don't think that a lot of games are worth the money. Because if you actually had to ask me, like, you know, getting the Ultimate Edition of a game, the dumbest thing I think I did was get, what's it called? The, 2K23. What's it called? MJ Championship Edition. I'm glad I didn't get the $150 version. That still would have been a waste of money. Like, someone asked me why I think games and stuff are a waste of money now. They killed the game off. 2K killed the game off. The Legend Award just keeps getting worse and worse each year. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but yeah, next year I'm not buying 2K. I'm just going to be quite honest. This is probably my least played 2K. And it's crazy to think because I had like over 100 and something hours played. But again, 2K is like a job. And I'm like, that's not necessarily a winning job. Playing a game for a living is not that type of thing. It's just not. I'm not crapping on people's livelihood, but that's just not my thing. Because to be honest, depending on the game, a lot of stuff is making and breaking people. Their bottom line. I know my sister was asking me what I think about, like, you know, the prices of certain stuff. Like, what do I think about the Sky Dweller baguette? Retail is like $4.85. $485,000 for Rolex, and the market price is like $1 million. The one that Drake got. Honestly speaking, I'm not a big fan of Rolex. Anybody know me? No, I'm not. Not that I dislike Rolex, I just don't like them. I went to the boutique the other day. They had pretty much most watches that I would expect them to see. I could name all the particular features. I know after this, I'm gonna watch some watch videos and certain stuff. Like I saw, there's this guy that like watching on YouTube. He gives people fair prices and certain stuff like that. His name is Moses the Jeweler. Or whatnot. He'll give people the best prices on anything, like Miami Cuban. His is discount, but it's real quality stuff. I don't think he makes any of the stuff. I think he got the connect. He's just selling the merchandise. Or he get his stuff on trade. Yeah, honestly speaking, I'll tell the truth in the sense about, like, you know, jewelry and whatnot. Bust down watches are not necessarily, it's sort of flex and the aesthetic, but you're losing, I would say, you're losing probably like 80, probably I'd say a good 60, 55 to 60, if not 70, 75% of your money gone. Like if someone got a bust down AP, and if someone said it's 85,000, it's more than likely it's not. If people possibly put in, like, you know, Yeah. Yeah, but I'm being truthful about like the watch prices. Like, them people possibly put like the cost. They probably put $20,000 of diamonds or whatnot. And that was probably at best. Let's see this guy. Well, yeah, and people make like 20,000 off of people. But honestly speaking, I think they lost money by putting diamonds on a watch. In a sense, I'm going to say that a lot of jewelers lose a lot of money because you have to choose the right. You have to choose the right pointers or how many carats you want. You have to use the best settings. You have to get a stone setter for the diamonds. I can tell you basically a lot of stuff people be using like 23 carats of diamonds or between 40. It just depends on what people want. The smart thing for people to do, this is they want diamonds, try to get something with it on the bezel or only part, because you definitely do not want to get a fake watch over pretty much, I'll probably say 50 or more percent of the watch is fake, and some probably like, the dial and stuff might be real, but the movement and the case back of the actual watch is fake or swapped out. It's not even necessarily about the stones, in my opinion. It's about everything in a combination of a few things. Just why the prices of the stuff is crazy. Well, yeah, I definitely say the fair price for a watch, depending on like the condition, the bracelet, the links, Since you talk about Rolex, like a bust down, and it completely ain't worthless. I'll probably say 5,500. Not me for a between 55 and like 7,000. 5,500 is like a woman's Rolex price, and the case size and then the diamonds. But one thing about older Rolexes is that they back then they were like 2,000. I think my daddy had one of his little thing, this advertisement I saw that like Rolexes back then you could finance it and it'd be like $2,000. And then today what the Rolex probably were, probably 6,000. So it's not necessarily a bad investment, but again, I don't know. I say watches are good investments to a certain extent. Like not every watch you're gonna see is gonna blow up. Like I'll give you an example of a watch that's just bad. The AP Royal Oak 50 anniversary green dial chronograph from AP. Sticker price, list price was like 200,000. Then there was like a few weeks in, that junk was trading at 130,000. So at the end of the day, I don't think watches are necessarily almost all the time are not going to be a great investment. Like if someone said the ARM's going to go away, I honestly do not see ARM going away anytime soon, because there's only like what 3,000, probably 800 watches coming out every year. By the time the stuff hits the boutique, it's sold out. Or the stuff that they have in there is probably gonna. Next time I'm probably in Beverly Hills or something like that, I'll go to RM Boutique. But I'm gonna be in California soon, so I'm not so worried in a sense. I don't think the RM is going away anytime soon. The only watch, so someone asked me the other day, what do I think about jewelry and this in general? I said jewelry, I think everybody should have, in a sense, some jewelry, but it has to be within people. I think jewelry can be accessible to a certain extent. I looked at what a brand was doing, and I saw that someone could produce the same exact thing. The real cost for it's like some diamond stud earrings and then the pointers that they use. A good pointer for a diamond studded earring is like a 20 pointer. So it's like it's like a fifth of a carat of 1 carat. We just call them 20 pointers. I'm giving y'all gems in a sense. And this one, this is a 20 pointer. Everybody think that VVS is like. VVS does not help a diamond shine bright. It doesn't. Because diamond, no matter what it is, even this most crappiest diamond, the refractive index is pretty much, it's going to be the same. Doesn't matter the clarity. But, and then the grade. Grade is pretty much telling, like, you could be rocking an I diamond, like an I3. An I3 diamond means it's basically shitty. Like, I don't, excuse my language, but that's what it is. It's crappy. Like I was looking at, rings and certain stuff like that. Never buy a ring from K's Jewelers. Never buy a ring from K's Jewelers. If you really want a nice ring and you can pretty much save some money, buy from Trax NYC. And I ain't sponsored by that, nothing like that. But if you look at K's Jewelers, their engagement rings, you're paying $19,000 for an included ring, which basically means the diamond is not the best quality diamond. Now, is K's Jewelers bad? I don't even think K's Jewelers is bad. It's just like, I really do not have a lot to say about, retail jewelry stores, in a sense, because to me, jewelry, in a sense like that, it's an important purchase, but the worst purchase a person can make is a blind purchase. Like, imagine what you could do with the rest of that $15,000 that you would save, 14 to 15. That, to me, that's major. And then also too, at the end of the day, like, you know, someone gets married or something like that, they might want to upgrade their rings. So you can take the diamond out of the ring and put it in like a new setting. Like, you get like a VS 2 or something like that. You can take the stone out. And then I always would recommend somebody to get like a diamond ring or setting. Always get 6 prongs instead of 4 because it holds your diamond in place or whatnot. And then if you want to upgrade it, you know, put in a new type of shank or band. You're going to do a whole lot better. But yeah, I definitely think that diamonds and rings and, you know, what you spend on certain stuff. Do I think jewelry is scamming people? Nah. For the most part, if you know where to shop. But honestly, too, I think a lot of stuff, to me, it's important to not show people what type of hands that you got. In a sense, when you buying stuff. I want people to think that like, I'm honestly an idiot. When I go in there and then you really gonna see who's the real idiot. Me, I always will play on that. Now that's a winning game in my opinion. Well, I didn't even see this fucking buffoon. I'll play a few more times. I didn't even see that guy. But yeah, I honestly do not think that certain stuff is a wise purchase. Like to produce I'll possibly say to produce a watch or like a diamond or a bust down is probably cheap at best. Like I saw a bust down watch someone had. This guy, I think he's like hated on YouTube. The Timepiece Gentleman do not do it. What are my thoughts on his thing, his videos? I don't think that necessarily he's a bad he's a genius marketer, but I think his business stuff is a little bit messed up. There's a lot of controversies he's been in. Me personally, what are my thoughts on, you know, people selling watches? I think watches are good business. Because, like, you think about it, on average, the average person, to me, citizen watches are okay. Invicta watches, they're trying to be Rolex, they're trying to be RM, they're trying to do all that. I don't necessarily have a problem with Invicta. People say RMs are overpriced. I would say to each his own. To each his own. I'm not about to say that, you know, spending $1 million on a watch is a good thing, because no, it's not. For the most part, it's not. I can name a number of brands. I'm not trying to throw watches. Watches are sometimes they're not a good investment. Like if someone bought a Harry Winston is not a good watch. It's meant to be worn by a celebrity, but the average person, we're gonna wear a watch full of diamonds and sapphires or whatnot. Like, you're not about to wear that. It's not a everyday type of thing. I'll probably play a few more games and I have to get off. But yeah, I was watching a lady. She's like a lady jeweler, and again, like I said, the stuff that she was using, it looks bad. And the worst purchase you can make is a bust down watch with the stones are loose. So bad.
Não sei da onde vocês veem mensagem, pô. Usa como tradutor aí, por favor. Fala em Portugal, quem traduz esse cara também. Sacanagem. Só sei que aqui, ó. Você, date, né? Isso aqui é preto, América. E o resto, isso aqui é. Ah, Brooklyn. Ah, não vai pro seguro. Tá vendo? A gente vai até querer ter tempo.
Another thing I had to think about too, I guess in terms of certain stuff, like I was telling somebody in a sense, to me, in order for you to sell a product, like someone asked me what I think about like a job. To me, a job is a job. To me, I disagree. A job that doesn't pay well and a job doesn't treat people right, gotta go. Like if a job is paying someone, I don't know, $11 an hour or $12 in a sense. I would say that's good as a starting job. That's not something that you can seriously build off of. Like you work 40 hours a week or whatnot. You get paid every 2 weeks. I can't really see it. This son of a bitch is shooting me out the sky. Get the fuck up out of here with that shit. I'll play a few more and I'm getting off. Like I told someone too, I don't necessarily like a job in the sense you're not your own boss, you don't get your time. Like you don't get your own time. Like you're on other people's time. Like I mean, yes, it's good to have a day job, but again, if you had like a side gig or certain stuff like that, and you know actually what to buy, what to look for, I think you'll be good. As long as it's not going over a certain point of your actual income and your expenses. Like you had like $55,000 to play with, what would I do? I wouldn't buy no car. Car's terrible. There is no way I would pay $20,000 for a car. Like to me, there's ways to pay for a car, and it's more smart, it's more strategic. Like a rental car business, I really don't think that's necessarily a smart business at all. Because the moment people start to do all of that, like people are trying to use Turo, or people are starting to use all these platforms, it's going to be bad. Like if someone has, I don't know, one of those new Infinities or whatnot, or, no one's really going to use that. It's not necessarily like I would say it's not a bad car, but no one's going to pay top money for that. I wouldn't. And you got to think about the city where you at. Like if this is Miami or something like that, why would anybody want to use that? And even still then, I wouldn't want to even be nowhere like a part of a exotic or a rental car business, because in all honesty, you gotta have so much insurance. Like you probably have to have probably millions of dollars worth of insurance. And a large portion of your actual stuff is going to get wrecked. So therefore, it's not a good purchase. Like to get a car, and then you think about the people's history, the insurance. I watched a guy who basically he basically got in a lawsuit where he was selling people's cars. He'll get a Turo and basically have his own bootleg thing for within the allotted time. He'll be renting off of a doggone rental. He started his own business without actually having actual merchandise. Within the slot, he was charging double to make money. He got in a lawsuit, and it was like a 3-person lawsuit. I was like, that's just bad. Anytime someone does that, they're an idiot. And I feel like a lot of people don't get the ramifications for certain stuff like that. And what's appalling nowadays, people not getting checked for stuff like that. And that's the problem I kind of have nowadays with social media. A lot of people giving a platform with no balances or pretty much anything for that matter. A lot of stuff is not the expertise in a sense. You give a full platform, and then before you know it, you have people regurgitating this stuff like it's the gospel. And before you know it, you're going to find out soon or very soon that, stuff's going to start to go left. And before you know it, you're going to be in a hole. Stole my kill. I'll play one more. I'm almost getting tired of getting killed. And I know a lot of people talking about the stock market. The stock market is not a great generator of wealth. It's manipulated. It's terrible. And at the end of the day, a lot of people lose a lot of money. And what it's worth. A good return in the last 100 years on the stock has been, 10%, 9 to 10%. The way stocks have been coming, it's not even having anything to do with a recession. People are still going to make money whether the stock market or whatnot goes up or down. So I always will state my opinion. And that's a fact. People are going to make money. They're going to either long or basically say contracts or derivatives are going to go up, or they're going to short it, or they're going to short sell a thing. I would stay away from meme stocks. AMC, GameStop, any one of those. People lost a lot of money. People made money, but people lost a lot of money. Hoping that sugar ass will go up. I could have bought AMC for like $11, but I was like, I don't really care about that. God, AMC is doo-doo. The stock is penniless basically now. $3.87. I'm not about to buy any of that. The stock market is trash. Plain and simple, it's trash. It's been bad for a while now. But I'm gonna just chill.